Hi guys, in this video I'm going to cover the content of business growth, which is part of GCSE Business, AQA. So business growth. Business growth is important to a business as it enables them to increase their operations and their competitiveness. And this can either be done internally, which is also known as organically, or externally, known as inorganically. Internal growth, which is also known as organic growth. So the more output a business sells, the more it's going to grow over time. Business growth is important to a business as it's going to allow them to increase their revenue, increase their profit, help them open more branches, and also increase their market share. Business growth can occur from employing more people, opening more branches, increasing their profit, and also increasing their sales and revenue. Internal growth occurs when a business decides to expand their activities by either entering new markets or launching new products or services. A business will grow themselves internally in order to allow them to increase their number of customers and to increase their revenue. New products. So once a business starts, it will first produce one product idea. Then as the customer base will increase, it's going to become less risky for them and they can expand their products and services and come out with new ones. To ensure the growth of a business is successful, the business can engage in research and development. And the business can either improve their current products from that research and development, or they can innovate and come out with new products or services. Entering new markets. Now, in order to grow their business, a firm may choose to enter new markets. However, entering new markets is even riskier than launching new products or services. This is because a business is entering a new market they would have not dealt with the market before, which means that it could be difficult and it can be expensive for them. Now, there are three ways a business can enter a new market. It can either be through entering a market internationally, amending their market mix, or making use of technology. Entering a market internationally. So a business that works in a domestic market might consider trading to a market that's international in order for them to grow their business. This can help a business to have access to a new market, which could help the business increase their revenue and become more successful. However, to develop in an unfamiliar international market, that can be difficult and expensive for a business to do. Amending the market mix. Now, when a business enters a new market, it's important for them to amend their marketing mix, especially if a business is planning to enter a market that is international, as the business will need to understand their new target market. For example, the price of the product might have to change in order for it to appeal to the new market, or the promotion method might have to change and the type of promotion might have to change in order to attract the new target market and to adapt to their culture. Making use of technology. Business can make use of technology in order to target customers. E-commerce can be used in order to attract customers to buy the products or services online, even if they don't live near the store. The new technology makes it easier and cheaper for a business to produce their products, which means that a business may be able to charge the product for a lower price. What's the advantages of internal growth or organic growth? A business will be able to have higher production through internal growth, which means that they'll be able to benefit from economies of scale and they're going to have lower cost. And a business will be able to maintain their own values and have control over their own business without having to have the interference of stakeholders or shareholders. What's the disadvantages of internal growth? The growth of the business could be limited and it would only depend on the reliability and the accuracy of the sales forecast that is done by the business. Now, the time between the initial investment that is made by the business and the return on the investment could be lengthy. External growth, also known as inorganic growth. Now, external growth usually involves a merge or a takeover. A merger is when two small businesses are going to come together in order to form one large business. And a takeover is when an existing business will expand themselves by buying the shares of another business. What are the four merger and takeover methods? There is horizontal integration, forward vertical integration, backward vertical integration, and conglomerate integration. Horizontal integration. Horizontal integration is when two competitors will either join through a merge or a takeover. The new business that is created, either through the merge or the takeover, is going to become more competitive and it will increase the market share. So this will give the business more control over setting their prices. Forward vertical integration. Forward vertical integration occurs when a business takes control with another business that operates in the same supply chain but at a later stage in the supply chain. For example, a vehicle manufacturer will buy a car retail business. Backward vertical integration. Backward vertical integration is when a business takes over another business that works in the same supply chain but at an earlier stage in the supply chain. For example, a retailer will buy a wholesaler. Conglomerate integration is when businesses that are unrelated will join through a merge or a takeover. For example, a t-shirt company has decided to stock Apple products. This allows the business to spread their risks over a large range of products and services. What's the advantage of external growth? The market share of the business can be increased very quickly, and the competition of the business will be reduced. However, what are the disadvantages of external growth? The managers may lack experience and knowledge that they need in order to work with other businesses, and it will be expensive to take over another business or to merge with another business. Public limited companies. As a business expands and grows, they may choose to become a public limited company. Now, in a public limited company, the shares are sold to the public, and the people that own the shares will be known as shareholders, and they will become a part owner of the business, so they'll have a say as to how the business will operate. What's the advantages of becoming a public limited company? There is an increased opportunity for the business to negotiate prices with a supplier, as larger businesses will achieve an economies of scale. The business will be able to raise additional finance through the share capital that they receive, and the shareholders will have limited liability. However, what are the disadvantages of a public limited company? There is a greater risk of a takeover by a rival company, and a public limited company is expensive to set up, and there are more complex accounting requirements. Internal sources of finance. There's retained profit, selling assets, and the owner's saving. Now, retained profit is profit that is kept back in the business to reinvest back into the business. So it's cheap, it's quick, it's easy for the business to use and to access. However, once the money has been used by the business, it's not going to be available to them again for any unforeseen problems that the business may have. Selling of assets. Another source of finance for a business is for them to sell their unwanted assets, such as machines and equipment. It's convenient for the business to do so. It will make room for other profitable assets, and it's a quick method for the business to gain finance. However, the business may not get full market value of the asset, and the asset may be needed in the future. The owner's saving. Another source of income is the owner's savings. It's cheap, it's convenient, and it's quick to use. However, the owner may not have enough savings, or they may need that money for personal use. External sources of finance. Loan capital, share capital, and stock market flotation. Loan capital is a lump sum of money borrowed from the bank, and it will be paid back in installments. Regular repayments will be made over a period of time. Interest will be charged, so it can get expensive, and it can take some time for the loan to be approved, and sometimes the loan may not even be given to the business. And a bank may also ask for security in case a business may not be able to pay the loan back. Share capital. Share capital is the money that is raised when a business will become a private limited company by offering the shares to a group of people in return for capital. The business can choose who they want to give the shares to, and the shares don't have to be paid back, and there is no interest charged. The profit made by the business is given to the shareholders. Stock market flotation. Stock market flotation is money a business will raise when they become a public limited company by offering shares to the public to buy. This can allow the business to gain more recognition. It will give them an option so they can raise a large amount of money. The shares don't have to be paid back, and there is no interest charged. However, it can be difficult and expensive, as there is a possibility of the business losing control, and the profit is paid to the shareholders, and the records of the business are made public. Hopefully this video helped you understand business growth. If you like this video, then give it a like and subscribe to my channel. If you want regular updates on resources and videos, then follow my Instagram. If you want short business revision clips, then follow my TikTok. And if you want the PowerPoint to this video, then head over to my test shop.